Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. It's Matt with you here on Cobblers Vlogs, where the Cobblers travelled to Burton Albion on Saturday afternoon in what's already being described as a 6-pointer. It's a big one, it's a must-win for the Cobblers, so let's get into this match preview. It's as per usual at the start of every single preview, we're going to have a look at the head-to-head between the two sides, where they are in the league at the minute. For the Cobblers in the head-to-head, it's not looking good. We've played Burton 18 times. We've only won 4 of them with 3 draws and 6 Burton wins. As for Burton in the League One table, they are sat 23rd with 7 points, having played 12, winning 1, drawing 4 and losing 7. Their last 3 results were a 2-0 loss to Hull City last weekend. They beat Fulham under 21s on penalties in the Papa John's Trophy in midweek, and then before that it was a 1-0 loss to Barnet in the FA Cup. Cobblers in similarly bad form. They are 19th in the table with 11 points, so 4 more than Burton's 7. Last time out it was a 0-0 draw against Stevenage, which they then went on to win 4-2 on penalties in the Papa John's Trophy. Before that, last Saturday it was that terrible 1-0 loss to Accrington Stanley, and then the Monday night before that they lost 2-1 to Oxford City in the FA Cup. So neither side in good form going into this one. The referee is Seb Stockbridge. He's refereed 8 games across the EFL so far this season, has given 30 yellows and 1 red. So both teams in poor form, definite 6-pointer at the bottom of the league. It's 19th versus 23rd. It's going to be a big one, and a one where Cobblers need to get 3 points. Moving on quickly then to the Danger Men, which was a difficult one to pick out this week because Burton had been hit by the virus. They had 6 positive tests, and then a further 6 players had to isolate. So a lot of their team has been messed about in the last couple of weeks, and they have been forced to play their games. They haven't been able to postpone them, which is really unfortunate for them. But they have got the likes of former Cobblers players, John Joe O'Toole, obviously the Cobblers legend, we all know and love him. They've also got the likes of Neil Eardley and Joe Powell, who used to play for the Cobblers. Joe Powell was here on loan from West Ham, if you remember. He's still on loan there at Burton, and Neil Eardley was a right back that wasn't really very successful during his time here at the Cobblers. They've also got the likes of Kane Hemmings, Lucas Akins, Luke Varney, Niall Ennis and Charles Burnham, who are all decent, attacking minded players. It's going to be very difficult to see who actually plays for Burton, because obviously they were hit by the virus, which means we're not really sure who's tested positive. We're not really sure who's injured or who's isolating. So it could be any sort of team from Burton, but it's going to be a decent team, and they're going to be a tough opposition to face. As for the Cobblers, Ricky Holmes, Nicky Adams, Danny Rose, Corboa, hopefully he plays. I really want to see Sean McWilliams get a start as well. I think he'll be really influential in that midfield. All players that can cause problems to the Burton side, and hopefully we put out our best possible team and get the win against Burton. But somebody who knows a lot more about Burton Albion than I do is Derek Wainwright. You'll recognise him. He was in the Burton preview from the FA Cup game back in January. He was also in our preview at the start of the season as well. He's a massive Burton fan and knows all about them. So here's a really in-depth look at how Burton have been getting on. So Derek, it's over to you, my friend.
Hello everybody, and thanks to Matt for allowing me to bring this update to you Northampton fans on the Brewers' progress since our FA Cup defeat now back in January. Quite a lot's been happening actually, so I've made a few notes if I can just quickly bring you up to date with how the club's been performing. Mid-May, we lost our manager Nigel Clough, so here, due to the COVID pandemic, he decided that to help the club financially, him and his backroom team would leave. And that happened, and we had Jake Buxton, our centre-half and captain at the time, step up to the plate with his team to take over at the helm. So that happened back in May, and to be honest, with our situation in terms of the size of the club we were, then I can understand what has happened. Nigel since reappeared back up the road in Mansfield and is now the manager there. However, I was a bit fearful back in the spring on what the future for Burton was, both on and off the pitch. Off the pitch seems to be relatively secure now, with the Premiership giving everyone a few pounds. So hopefully financially we can get through this. In terms of the actual football, I didn't think that Jake would be able to attract players of the calibre that Burton required. However, I believe I was wrong in that statement yet again, and he brought in what looked like some quality players. We were also able to keep hold of some of the players which I think are key to Burton's future. One of my favourites, if not the current favourite still, is Quinn in midfield. He's our linchpin and holds everything together, and we certainly miss him when he's not in there controlling our midfield, winning the ball back and getting us going again, in my opinion. And also Wallace and Brayford, we managed to hold on to those, and they're the key players that stood out for me in order to keep a hold of. We're also able to bring in some players which have got some attacking flair. One of them is Stephen Lawless, who was the first signing that we brought in from Scotland, from Livingston. Very attractive sort of player, nice on the ball, gives you that sort of additional unpredictability and skill factor into the team. Also Charles Vernon, who striker signed from Grimsby, you may recall, got goal of the season last year, and again gives that attacking dimension. Couple of ex-Lincoln City players came in at the back, Eardley and also Boswick, and give us some defensive steel. Eardley's more of an attacking player, and in terms of a wing back. And then up front we got Kane Hemmings, again from Dundee, back to Scotland. He is a Burton lad originally, has been pretty much around the houses, including Rangers, I think, and is now back in his hometown and has knocked in a few goals. I think he's got four or five goals now. Not the most prolific of scorers so far, but capable of a goal in his setup. And also Ennis came on loan from Wolverhampton, who's also up front, and I really like his pace, and he's my favourite striker at the moment. And Luke Varney came back in terms of coaching, player coach, and he was the one that a couple of seasons ago scored the goal at Barnsley that kept us in the Championship that season. So we've been able to keep a decent squad of players, and I was sincerely believing and thought that we would be in a much better position than where we currently are, second bottom in the league. And looking forward to Saturday, then I think both teams view that as a definite 6-pointer, and we're already getting towards that Christmas stage of panic almost setting in. So it's definitely a 6-pointer on Saturday, in my opinion, and I think both managers and both teams will address it similarly. So in terms of how's our season been going, obviously through our league position you can see how the points have not been coming. That has not really told the full story, as with any club. There's always so many near misses, a sending off that shouldn't have happened, like happened last Saturday. It was a bit harsh on Hughes to take 2 yellows and be sent off midway through the first half. But anybody on a yellow, and obviously JJ as good as we do, and he's got his records as well, anybody on a yellow really needs to be cautious. Whether that yellow is justified or not, then why give the ref an opportunity? And as Hughes did on Saturday, appeared to put his hand on the shoulder of the guy that was 30-40 yards from goal, but why give the ref an opportunity to give you a second yellow? So he's out, and he's been one of our star players. Again, he's in on loan this time from Leicester City, I believe. So we've had those so many nearly stories of we could have got 3 points and we've let a late goal in, or a crucial time for us used to be the 46th minute. We used to come out after half time and easily let a goal in on the 46th to 50th minute, and it was almost giving a goal away in the second half before we started. So we have been also failing through our own mistakes. Corners, we couldn't defend a corner at one time. That's got a little bit better, but still worries the hell out of me. We've also been hit by COVID, as everybody has, but it meant that we lost half our squad last week, but we're still able to put out a reasonable team at Hull. And I'm not saying that we lost due to that. We probably lost because we had the sending off, and that didn't help at all. So just when you look down and you think things can't get any worse, you get hit by sending off, you get hit by COVID and all these stories. So not making excuses, I'm just giving reasons on why I believe that our current league position belies the squad that we have.
Yeah, massive thank you there to Derek for giving us his update on Burton Albion, how they've been getting on so far. Not good, really not been a good year since obviously we started it battling for them by beating them in the FA Cup, didn't we? And it's sort of gone downhill from there really for Burton. So shame to see them not doing so well after having recent success in the Championship and whatever over the last few years. But hopefully they don't get any success against us on Saturday afternoon, and the Cobblers can go there and get a much needed 3 points. It has to be said, it's a 6-pointer at the bottom of the table, as they say. So hopefully the Cobblers can get the win. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win. I think the Cobblers just going to probably it'd be 1-0 for most of the game, and then maybe we'll just get one to sort of reassure ourselves in the 85th, 87th minute, you know, something like that. So hopefully the Cobblers can get the win. Make sure you drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. Hit subscribe. We're on our way to 2,000 subscribers, so let's try and get there as soon as we can. Also, a reminder, the Football Content Awards are taking place on Tuesday, December the 1st. We are finalists in the Young Content Creator category. So yeah, make sure you check out the live stream. When I get some details of when it's going to be and how they're going to be streaming it, I'll let you guys know as well. So yeah, that's it for this match preview. Please make sure to leave a like. Also, check out our partners, Fan Hub. They're the new app which is bringing rewards to football fans for their loyalty. There'll be a link to that to join exclusively in the description. So yeah, make sure to leave a like, hit subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye bye.